Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Mr. Jamnik here. As we continue to look at writing expressions, we're going to move in to kind of the third part now, which is we're doing taking the expression, which is all here, here, here. I have three set up. I'll put another one in a second. And we're going to convert these expressions to a phrase. And when the word phrase means is when you're writing, you're going to choose something that pertains to what operation that you're using and put that in a word sentence pretty much to make sure that you're understanding how the operation applies to the word that you use from addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So if we look at the first one, okay, again, started very basic. And this is how the lesson goes, okay? So the more you figure out the vocabulary that you use, you kind of catch on real quick to interpret how to take the expression to a phrase and then to use that when you have to find the value of the given number. So this one says m plus 83. So just as you look, I'm thinking, all right, the word I'm going to choose for the word, so this is what? This means addition, right? So I'm going to take m added to 83. Okay? And I can stop there. You may want to choose something else. You don't have to use added. There's some, there's altogether, there's more than. It's whatever you want. Just make sure you're following from left to right. And as you're writing, again, it has to make sense as you're saying it too. So think about that as you're putting it, right? So m added to 83. M more than 83, right? Those are all ones that apply to taking the expression and then converting it to a phrase. Okay? M added to 83, M more than 83, M increased by 83. Okay? Moving on to the next one, right? 42p. Think about 42p. I told you guys in the last video about how we're following the instruction and the structure of it, that a number next to a variable means that you what? Multiply, right? So for this one, we could just simply say 42 what? Good. Times p. Okay? So all you have to do, think about the words that, 42 multiplied by p. As long as you guys are using the correct number and taking the variable and putting the word between it to represent what you're actually truly doing for the operation. Okay? 42p, we got 42 times p. For this one, we have h and then 12. And the line in the middle, everyone should know that means what? It means division. But when you write that, make sure you guys start from the top to the bottom or left to right. So this one we could start with saying the quotient of what? What would you put? Think about it. The quotient of, remember, you're flowing as it goes to the problem. The quotient of h and, okay, good, 12. So if I read this back and I took this away, if I had the quotient of h and 12, I know it would look like that. Same thing for here. If you read me the expression and the phrase 42 times p, I should be able to look and say 42p. They both apply. And the same thing with here. M added to 83, same thing, m plus 83. So again, you can go on and on with division, multiplication, subtraction, and addition. You're looking at the correct operation that's being used, you're looking at the variable that's being given, and then you guys are just converting that into a word sentence and word phrase that goes with the algebraic expression. Okay, very simple, very easy. Just make sure you're following through on the different forms of the operations, the numbers, and how that applies to all the equation. And then we're going to move on to the last part in a minute, where I'm going to come back on and I'm going to give you guys an open-ended question. Now, how are you going to apply all this that we went over, from expression to writing to modeling, to infuse that to figure out how the actual open-ended problem would pertain to. Okay? Again, have a great day. Reach out to me anytime you need, and we got this. Okay? Take your time and just follow through on Google Classroom and any other resources that I have for you.